Hey everyone, what a night for Real Madrid fans! The 15th Champions League Cup in history. Congratulations! Now let's get the show on the pitch. Juventus have started negotiations with Rabiot to sign a new contract. The new deal will run until the summer of 2026 with an option to extend until the summer of 2027. Xavi's dismissal? It's part of a manager's job. Xavi understands that when the relationship between the club and the coach is bad, it's best to part ways. It happened to me with Napoli, Bayern Munich and Chelsea, Ancelotti said. Barcelona want to loan Felix for another season. It's uncertain what Atletico will decide. Monaco midfielder Mohamed Kamara got a 4-match suspension for covering an anti-homophobic logo on his shirt. Lampard, Bellamy and Parker are in Burnley's shortlist for the head coach position, The Times reports. Soyuncu will not play for Turkey at Euro 2024 due to injury. Roma are not negotiating a new deal with Spinazzola. The player is expected to become a free agent this summer. Lautaro Martinez has agreed to extend his contract with Inter until 2029. The Argentine striker will earn €9 million per season under the new deal. Lacazette may leave Lyon. Al-Shabaab are ready to quadruple his monthly salary. Roma have officially announced the transfer of former Leipzig fullback Angelino. The specific sum is not disclosed, but it's rumored to be about €5 million. Ancelotti on how he took over Real Madrid for the second time. I asked the club director if he had forgotten what happened in 2014. We joked, and the rest is history, the Italian coach said. Real Madrid fear that Lunin's entourage may encourage him to leave due to him not participating in the Champions League final, Relevo reports. Chelsea have offered €30 million for Bologna defender Calafiori. Juventus is the player's preferred option. German centre-back Jerome Boateng has joined LASK on a 2-year contract. Sevilla midfielder Oliver Torres has said goodbye to the team. The player's contract is valid until June 30th. The agreement will not be extended. The footballer will move to the Mexican Monterrey. Man City are interested in a transfer of Newcastle midfielder Bruno Guimaraes the most. I recently received an offer. It was very good and came from England. I'm not leaving now, Atalanta head coach Gian Piero Gasperini said. Roma defeated AC Milan 5-2 in a friendly match. Tommaso Baldanzi, Tammy Abraham, Angelino, Paulo Dybala and Sardar Azmoun scored for the winners. Theo Hernandez and Noah Okafor scored for AC Milan. The game took place in Perth, Australia, at the Optus Stadium. Arsenal defender Alexander Zinchenko may continue his career at Bayern Munich, the Mirror reports. Chelsea and Liverpool are interested in Leeds winger Somerville. Negotiations may start soon. Chelsea will sign Fulham defender Tosin Adarabioyo. It's stated that the club has reached an agreement on a transfer. He will undergo a medical next week, after which he'll sign a contract. Previously, Newcastle and Manchester United were interested in him. Modric has signed a contract with Real Madrid until the summer of 2025. The announcement will be made next week. Ronaldo will continue to work with the club. His blood has turned yellow, said Al Nassr director of football Guido Fienga. Mats Hummels may move to AC Milan, journalist Patrick Berger insists. Panathinaikos have offered Saudi a 3-year contract with a net salary of €4.5 million per year, and the coach took a few days to think about it. Italian specialist Antonio Conte has been appointed head coach of Napoli. The parties reached an agreement on additional bonuses, image rights, and a staff that will work with Conte. 54-year-old Conte will sign a contract with Napoli until the summer of 2027. The coach will earn at least €6.5 million a year at Napoli. Chelsea and Maresca sign a cooperation agreement, a 5-year contract with an option to extend until the summer of 2030. Real Madrid are interested in AC Milan left-back Theo Hernandez, insider Nicolas Kira reports. Ronaldo broke down in tears after losing the Saudi Cup final. Al Nassr lost the 7th tournament with him. Lazio midfielder Luis Alberto is close to joining Qatar's Al Duhail for €10 million plus bonuses. Kompany will earn up to €9 million a year at Bayern, while Nagelsmann and Flick got about €6 million. West Ham are close to signing 18-year-old winger Guilherme from Palmeiras for €30 million. Laporta was acquitted of bribery charges in the Negreira case, AS reports. Porto centre-back Pepe is ready to leave the Portuguese club in the summer transfer window. His contract expires on June 30th. Bayern Munich resume contract extension talks with Davies. Kompany wants to keep the defender. And now, let's move on to the main news of the episode. Jose Mourinho has signed a contract with Fenerbahce and became the team's head coach. The contract with the Portuguese specialist runs until June 2026. He will replace Ismail Kartal, whose departure has already been announced by the club. Today, the coach will arrive in Istanbul to finalize all arrangements. Manchester City are monitoring the situation around Rodrigo's future at Real Madrid, according to Marca journalist Jose Felix Diaz. At the moment, neither the player nor the Madrid club are gonna say goodbye to each other. The citizens are simply showing interest in the Brazilian and keep him in their sights in case something happens in the relationship between the parties. PSG continue to work on signing Napoli winger Kvaratskhelia. The Parisian club has already made an offer of €100 million to the Italians for Kvaratskhelia's transfer. However, Napoli rejected this amount and did not plan to consider offers less than €150 million. At the same time, PSG managed to agree on a transfer with the player himself. The 23-year-old Georgian agreed to move to Paris. The future of Bayern Munich midfielder Joshua Kimmich is still uncertain. This summer, the German club wants to make a decision on a player whose contract expires in a year. The footballer wants to find out as soon as possible whether he's included in the plans of a new head coach Vincent Kompany, and if so, at what position. Kimmich could move to Real Madrid to replace Toni Kroos, who will retire after Euro 2024. Madrid can afford Joshua's salary. He has already worked under Carlo Ancelotti before. As for Barcelona, Kimmich is unlikely to move there despite his good relationship with Hans-Dieter Flick, who recently took over the Catalan team. Due to financial problems, Barca will not be able to afford Joshua's salary. The only option is for Frenkie de Jong, who also has a high salary, to leave the team. Real Madrid are close to announcing the transfer of PSG forward Kylian MBAPPE. The announcement of the agreement with the 25-year-old Frenchman is scheduled for Monday, June 3rd. However, MBAPPE's presentation as a Real Madrid player will take place no earlier than the end of Euro 2024, July 14th, as the player is focused on playing for the France national team. Real Madrid have won the Champions League for the 15th time in their history. We are sure that most of you watched the game yesterday, so there is no need to recount all the details of the match. We'll just remind you that Carvajal and VINICIUS scored the goals, assisted by Kroos and Bellingham respectively. Borussia Dortmund paid the price for not converting their chances in the first half, while Madrid showed their class after the break. They had more chances in the first half and left us alive. Then, we played better. Carlo Ancelotti summarized the match. Real Madrid are already thinking about the 16th Champions League title, Federico Valverde said after the match, and this speaks to the mentality of these beasts. We'll remind you that Real Madrid's closest pursuers have 7 cups, and that's Milan. Now let's talk a little bit about the significant events of the final. Ancelotti won the Champions League for the 5th time as a coach, and that's a record. Only Real Madrid, 15, have won more UEFA Champions League trophies than Carlo Ancelotti, 7. Courtois has 12 saves in 2 UCL finals for Real Madrid. He had clean sheets in both matches at 3.4 xG. Vinicius remains the main contender for the 2024 Ballon d'Or. Vini Jr. should win Ballon d'Or. There is no doubt, Carlo Ancelotti believes. What do you think? Tell us in the comments down below. Subscribe if you found this video useful and interesting. Be sure to watch the suggested videos from our other channels. This was Football News. Have a good one. Bye-bye.